Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night training. Can you guys believe that we are almost done with August? School is back. Today was my first day teaching. Uh, and we are to the final little bit of our summer camp program. So, just a reminder, if you have not gone back and completed the summer camp, go back, do the trainings, go ahead and submit your stuff so that you can finish your badge cap. And I'm really sorry I didn't even grab my hat today to show it off. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I am happy to help you with that. Tonight, we get to be a little bit creative. So, gosh, let me see what week it was. I want to say it was week 2. We talked about our iStory, and I have some resources to help you with that. And I'm just trying to see what we skipped here. Those of you who have an iStory, share them because we want to see that. Okay, just making sure that we get all the stuff and all the things taken care of. So we're going to wrap up this iStory thing. If you go, let me share my screen here. If you go to In Touch, like so, this is everything you see, and you come down to, I just had it, resources, iStories. You can actually read different iStories of our national sales director. Some of these you can actually find videos of them telling their story on YouTube. And so, for example, we're going to look at Jill Davis. She is our adopted national who lives in Kansas City. But here's Jill. And this just talks about why she decided to do Mary Kay and why she made it her number one job. Like I said, she's a national sales director. She is driving a pink Escalade. She was actually able to retire her husband from being a Kansas state trooper. And he actually really enjoys mowing lawns. And he was actually able to make his own lawn service company. And his 2 boys help him. One of them is at Kansas State. The other one is a senior in high school. But she just talks this whole thing about having her job at the bank and deciding that she wanted to build a dream life and have this dream lifestyle. And if you go back and you listen to any of her stuff, her family has had a really rough year with some deaths that were very sudden. A couple of them were not as sudden, but still hard nonetheless. And there's a couple of videos even of her talking about she didn't have to worry about bereavement. She didn't have to worry about what if I run out of time, or what if my sister needs me more, or my dad needs me more. With this lifestyle, she's able to do all things and be everything to all the people who need her. So take some time, read through these. Some of them are very, very interesting. And as you are going through and you're writing your own, if you come to MK Confident, so I'm going to show you back where this is. Sure. Why did my screens not? Education, MK Confident. Oh my gosh, update. Hold on, guys. I really love technology. Today is awesome. Okay, so if you're coming into MK Confident and you go, whoops, that's not where I wanted. Great start. Welcome to Mary Kay. I already went through these lessons, so it's in my history. But there's a lesson here that says create your iStory. and go ahead and read a couple. When you open this up, it gives you some examples here, and you're just filling in the blank basically. And you start building what you want. And this is going to grow. This is going to change. Some things may be more relevant at some time than not. So if you ever hear my iStory, it talks about, I just wanted the discount. My then consultant called me while I was on vacation in Hawaii, and she was looking for a couple more people to sign up because she was working to earn a all expense inclusive trip to the Bahamas with her husband. It was right after our campfire. They had they didn't lose their home in the fire, but the home that they were renting was actually sold, and they had to move out, and they ended up moving out of the area. And when she called me, it seemed like a great idea to get 50% profit, 50% discount, because products add up, right? And at that time, teacher salary, you don't have overtime. The only time that you make more money is if you take on more stuff, and it's not a ton of money sometimes. And I loved my products, but there were times where I was cutting the top off the tube and like trying to get every last little bit out because money was tight that month or something happened. And, there goes the charcoal mask. Wait another couple weeks for your skincare, whatever it was. So the idea of earning 50% discount was really appealing. And I told her then and there, I will never show up to a meeting. I don't want to be a quote unquote real consultant, and I don't want to throw a party. So don't even ask me. And that's what I did that was in May. I didn't even place my order until like end of June because she was really on me. Like I had to place the order for it to count. And then that's what I did until October. And I just used the product and I was fine. And guys, I even fell inactive. And when I decided that I wanted to see what the party stuff was about, it was literally because the beginning of the school year was super wild and crazy. And I wanted to just have enough extra money that I could afford a plane ticket to go somewhere tropical or just to get away for a weekend. And that was all I wanted. And I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell my family. Like it was my dirty little secret for a long time, like another good 6 months after that. And just to get my first party, I went to the Home and Garden Show to get leads because they didn't want to admit to it. And lo and behold, like I literally ran into people I knew, and it was, oh yeah, I'm just playing with this. Let's see what it is. So, and obviously that has all changed. So your iStory is going to move and evolve, and you just never know what it is. But the great thing about this business is that it's always there when you want it to be. So if you want to take time off and then come back 8 months later, whatever, you have that flexibility. You just have to order within, the 11 months. And if you don't do it, you just re-sign up. As long as you don't mail back your product, you can always come back to it. Many people don't know that this is my second go at Mary Kay. I tried it my very, very first year of teaching, which now is 16 years ago. And my then husband thought that was the dumbest thing on the planet and was not supportive and did not want me to do stuff. And you can do this without a partner or a spouse, but you can't do this against a partner or a spouse. And so I quit. It just wasn't worth the fights every single day, every single week. And because I didn't send back my product, I was able to re-sign up. So all those little things that we have. So this week, go through and develop that iStory for you. All right. What else do we have on here? Survival skills. All right. Time management, money management, and customer service. The first thing on this business works when you work it. If you are doing the post and pray method, it doesn't work. Algorithms are so weird on social media right now. You have got to post and interact. And do not get discouraged when you don't get a bunch of comments, or maybe you don't even see many views or whatever, because there's always times that people are seeing stuff and you just don't realize that it was seen. Case in point, my cousin watched videos for 2 years. She's, a couple years. She says she started watching them when I earned my first car. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then May, I posted a video about the Fanorama mascara, about not having to put on fake eyelashes and, doing the side, this one doesn't have it, this one has it type of a picture. And she called me. She's like, hey, I want that mascara. Actually, I want 2 of them. And from there, it just opened up a door. There are many times that coworkers like, oh my gosh, I saw your video, da, da, da. Have they bought something? No. But I've also had people come back, hey, I need a gift for so-and-so, and I was thinking that video you did. So just don't get discouraged on that. It takes a while. You're just building that rapport and those connections, because this is an intimate thing. This is not a pick out a pan from Pamper Chef and you just need a 13x9 rectangular stoneware and you just grab one and go. This is, I need my skincare because I'm oily to combo, but this time of year I'm way more oily. But by the time we hit January, my skin's going to be really dry and flaky. And so then what do I do when that happens? It's intimate. And people are having to admit what their flaws are and what they're not happy with to use some of these products. And they're not going to want to do it just with Joe Blow. I know they go into Ulta or Target and just grab stuff, but it's easier. There's no face to that. So that's a little bit easier thing, but they're also not able to ask the questions there. There's not somebody that remembers that their favorite eyeshadow is espresso because they put it in their lash line, or that's the perfect one to do a touch up of the brow, or just those little things that go a long way in this type of a service industry. So you have that. Time management. What are your goals? How can you break down those goals? And what do you want to see accomplished? My average is $75 a face I see. If I'm strictly doing a post party on Facebook, it's $50 a face. But knowing those averages helps me break down my goals on how many people or touches I need to do to make the goal happen. We're working on car right now. So right now we need, and actually the number literally just changed, but we're going to go with the number that we woke up to this morning, 526 $100 orders. So that $100 order is going to put $50 into somebody's pocket, and it's a $50 wholesale order. So then you start looking at it as, what is that, 526 divided by 2, it's 263 wholesale orders of $50. So for me to get a wholesale order, or, the retail order of the numbers, how many faces is that? So we're going to go back looking at retail. 526, I know it's going to be $75 a face I see in person. That is not the right number. Oops. I got to actually do the math on that. All right. So it is, 600 faces. How am I going to break that down? So you start working back those numbers and you start looking at where can you get your most bang for your buck. So those are all things that you get to sit and consider. But where are you going to do it? I know that I have to go to work every day. And so there comes, we posted these. What type of organizer do you want to do? Start blocking out the times of, whoops, drop it on the dog's head. These are my non-negotiable because I'm teaching. So now what blocks the time can I fit other stuff into? And what am I going to do in that time? What are your 6 most important things? What do you have to do? I have 4 customers that they haven't ordered in 6 months. They're due for stuff. It should take 3 to 6 months to go through a skincare set. Typically, it's about the 4-month mark. A lot of people are going to push it to 5 months just because things are tight. And just going through all those little things. How do you do follow-up? Sending texts. I love Project Broadcast because I can send out multiple texts to different people. It will change the name on it for me, and I don't have to send each one individually. Now, if you don't have a customer base, maybe just sending an individual text is enough. Sending an email. What is their preferred method, and what can you fit in your time? The great thing about text messages and emails is that you can send them really quick in the middle of a task. And how much do you want out of it? So the average is $200 a party, and that's 3 people around the table. So if you know that 3 parties a week, that's going to be $600. By the end of the month, you have $1,200. Well, so then that's giving you $600 profit, $600 to order. Where can you put those in? It's about 2 hours a party. But if you're doing posting parties, if you're doing virtual, what if you had 6 people come to the table instead of 3 at a time? All those little things are figuring out your time management, but making it an actual job. And your job is to sit down and work in those times. I had a very interesting party experience on Saturday, and my party was cut drastically short from a decision that I made during the party. So I ended up with this block of time. Well, I had 2 options. I could have gone home and licked my wounds and been upset and mad and go, oh my gosh, what just happened? Or since I was already at the studio and I had everything set up, I started calling people that I knew lived in Chico, like, hey, you want to stop by real quick? We were talking about that eyeshadow and you weren't sure, like, let's come and try it out. But just getting that interaction going and actually working and being consistent. If you're scheduled at Taco Bell at 5:00, are you going to stop at 4:55 and be like, I'm really tired, I don't feel like it? No, you're going to go, because otherwise you're going to be fired. So hold yourself accountable on that and figure out your time. When you block out that time, you're going to work your business. Actually go and work that business. All right, what else do I have on my list here? Sorry, guys, I wrote it on my phone, so I'm checking back here. Customer service. This is a biggie. Anybody can go to Amazon and click a button, and let's face it, you can find Mary Kay on Amazon. It's not recommended. It's probably fake, but it can be done. We don't want that to happen. One of my favorite compliments I have a couple ladies say is, I beat Amazon, and I love it. It makes me laugh because they're local. They can order. And again, I do have inventory, so it's a little bit different. Those of you who are doing CDS, you can still do this too. It just is going to tweak it up. But if they order from me today, they have it either tonight or tomorrow, type of a thing. And I'm at least communicating when I'm going to drop it off. And when I'm dropping it off, I'm making it cute. And I should have really grabbed a bag or something to show you guys. Sorry. I'll take a picture though. But because I ship a lot, I keep back the bags that the Satin Hands and the Miracle sets come in when I'm shipping. So I put stuff in there, and I put a little bit of tissue paper in there. I put samples in there of things that I think they might like. I put the color palette of the month in there that is off of the 50% off sheet so that they can try it. I write them a note. Thank you so much for your order. Every order helps us make our goals. I appreciate you. I get, these aren't them, but like earrings like this, I go and get them on Amazon. Like, seriously, you can get Amazon earrings for 30 cents each. They're shaped like this, but they're leather or whatever. I'll drop in those. If there's an out of stock or not an out of stock, a limited edition hand cream, and I still have some stuff left over and they've ordered hundreds of dollars for me, whatever. It's a $5 hand cream. I'll throw one in there. But just those little things go a long way. And following up. Personal example here. I used Mary Kay for over 10 years before I became a consultant, or I guess in between my consultant times. But I was the worst customer about picking up the phone or shooting a text that I needed a reorder. I would go and I would use my cream and it would make the little empty cream sound. We all know what that is. And I would just put it back. Or I've already cut off the top and I'm like using the spatula to get stuff out. And I would just put it back on my dresser or whatever, back in the shower. And like, yeah, I got to call and I got to do that. Yeah, I got to call and do that. And I just forgot. By the end of the day, everything's going on. I would just forget. But my consultant would shoot me a text every so often. Hey, you're about due for da da da. Sometimes I would forget to text her back, or I would type out a response and I'd forget to hit send. So she would follow up again. You're not bugging them until they say, don't do this. It's okay. Don't do it like 5 times a day. Like, hey, have you read my message? Hey, have you read my message? Hey, read my message. But check in on a Monday. And if you know, like, hey, it's been 4 months, she hasn't ordered, maybe like give it to Friday check in. Then give it like another couple weeks and check in. And then let it sit for a month and check in. So just as these little check-ins, and they don't have to be much, like, hey, thinking of you, seeing if you need anything. Really short, really sweet, but it at least shows your customer, A, you're still in business, because in direct sales, people come and go out of business all the time. And B, that you're thinking about them and you know what they need. And by keeping your customers up to date and in touch, when they say, oh yeah, I'm out of foundation, you know what foundation it is. And you can just ask that follow-up question like, hey, do we need to recolor match you? Have you like been in the sun more or less than before? Or is that still a great shade for you? Okay, awesome. And then asking, is there anything else you need? They're close to that $50. Hey, did you know if you only spend $5 more, $10 more, you get anything on this sheet for 50% off? Is there anything else you wanted to grab today to try one of these up 50%? So just those little things. And it just, people like to get something for cheaper. How many times do you order a little bit of extra something to get the free shipping? So start thinking about it like that. One final thing to share with you, and this will make a little bit more sense starting next week because we're going to start diving into this. There are 18 more Mondays until Christmas, you guys. That is scary. That is frightening. It's exciting. This is a time when retailers make the most money. We have all seen all the cute little bags and gadgets that you see in all the stores with skincare and makeup and everything else. Why not you? Why not have people buy that from you instead of Bed Bath or Bath and Body Works or Target or Victoria's Secret? Let it be Mary Kay. So that's where I'm going to leave you. We're going to talk about the holiday gear up starting next week. I know it's still summer, but it is time to start thinking about that. So let me know what questions you have. And I know I just said I was going to leave on that note, but one other note. I am currently wearing one of the new products that comes out in the next catalog. Unfortunately, PCP is done and gone, but I can show you guys how to mail catalogs a little bit cheaper. Once they drop all the way, they will come out on September 1st. September 1st, I can give you all the dirty details, but don't tell anybody. The last weekend of August, if you come to any of the events, you have guests at any of the events, they're going to get a sneak peek because it is our fall and holiday line. But so take a look at my face. There's a new product on it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you guess. For watching this and making your educated guess, you might get a little something. So have a great night, everybody. Take care this week. Margarita's a mass on Saturday, starting at 11. Invite your friends, your family, come on down. We're going to go over some mass. We're going to have some fun, have some salsa, have some chips, and there are margaritas, either virgin or normal margaritas as well. So we're going to get that kicked off. Like we're, down to the final line of August, you guys. So have a great evening. Let me know how I can help you.